Hey guys, Josh and Amie from CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com. Today we're taking a day trip to Avalon, Catalina Island. Catalina Island is located 26 miles off the coast of Long Beach, and it's a great place for a day trip or a weekend adventure. Amie and I have been many times over the years, but we decided to go back and make a video on how we recommend spending a day on the island. This video just includes the island's attractions, but you could always just spend the entire day at the beach if you want to as well. We started our day by going to the Catalina Express in Long Beach, and we booked the 9:50 tour there and the 3:50 tour returning. Looking back, I'd probably recommend going on an earlier tour so your day's not as rushed.
Getting ready to board.
After arriving 30 minutes before the boat left, we grabbed a cup of coffee and then waited in line to board.
Nice.
There are lots of seats on the boat, so you can sit inside or outside on one of the two decks. We chose the top deck because it had the best views on the way over. Going out of the Long Beach harbor is especially fun because you get to see the lighthouse and the Queen Mary on the way out. Once you hit the open water, the boat starts going fast though, and it only takes about an hour to get across to Catalina.
I'm gonna go sit down.
After seeing a pod of dolphins on the way over, the island came into view and we saw the famous casino and docked at Avalon.
We made it to Catalina. Let's go explore.
The first thing that you'll note about Catalina is that there's not a lot of cars. Most people use golf carts, the bus, or walk to get around. Also, the island's pretty expensive, so I'm including prices for everything that we do so that you know that going in. After walking through the small downtown area, we decided to head out to the casino, the famous landmark on Catalina.
Our first stop is taking a tour of the casino.
If you like history, I highly recommend taking this tour. They offer it twice per day, and it lets you go all throughout the casino, which is not a casino in a gambling sense, but includes a theater and a ballroom. Being able to enter the theater was amazing, as they played a movie for us to hear the acoustics and to see the stars that twinkle in the ceiling above. From there, the tour headed up to the ballroom, which has an 180-foot diameter dance floor and is the largest circular ballroom in the world. We also got to peek out to the balcony and see some amazing views of Catalina before ending the tour. Note that if you stay overnight, they usually have a movie playing at nighttime, so you can always see a movie to experience the theater as well. After leaving the casino, we made the short walk back to downtown to grab some lunch. For lunch, we headed to Maggie's Blue Rose, which is a highly rated Mexican food spot in downtown Catalina. I got the steak tacos and Amie got the shrimp tacos, and both of us were happy with our choices. After lunch, we headed to the bus stop near the museum to head up to Wrigley Memorial and the Botanical Gardens. It's a quick trip that's only $2 per person, and it's one of the best ways to get up to this part of the island.
Stop 2, the Wrigley Memorial and Botanical Gardens.
This area is named after William Wrigley Jr. of chewing gum and Chicago Cubs fame, as he was one of the people who helped bring tourism to the island in the early 1900s. The garden is over 38 acres and focuses mostly on California plants that are found on the Channel Islands. At the top of the garden, there's also a memorial for William Wrigley Jr., and it's definitely a great spot to walk up and check out. As you climb up the memorial, there's some great views over Catalina, but do note that there's no shade and it gets pretty hot.
What a beautiful place. Pro tip, if it's a hot day, make sure you take the bus. It's only $2 and it saves you about a mile and a half.
We waited about 10 minutes for the bus to arrive, paid our $2, and then took the 7-minute ride back to town.
Next stop, visit the Catalina Island Museum.
This museum's not for everyone, but if you like history, definitely check it out, as it has some great exhibits on William Wrigley Jr., the Cubs, the island, and some of the famous people that have visited it.
right, all that's left is a little shopping, some ice cream, and then heading back to the boat.
I'm not much of a shopper myself, but if you are, there's lots of fun shops in the downtown area, and there's more eateries and bars you can check out. Our last stop of the day was Scoops, which is a homemade ice cream spot that has both ice cream and gelato. The best way to end the day. Cheers.
We're getting back on the boat. Thanks so much for exploring Catalina Island with us. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com for more.